So I watched the Miami Heat game because you likely didn't. So let's talk about it. Because, of course, the national championship is on right now. It's actually halftime. Houston's up 3. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because I think I'm going to do a post game after the national championship. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, the Natty was on the main TV tonight. I was watching the Heat game on my phone. In particular, because by the time the national championship actually started, the Heat were somehow down to the 76ers, who, and actually the Heat game is still going on. Duncan Robinson just hit a 3 to make it a 16-point lead with 48 seconds to go, and Nick Nurse is out there calling timeout. Why the hell his ugly ass calling timeout? Nobody wants to be there right now. Let's go home. You got your ass kicked. Move on. But it wasn't an ass kicking throughout, I should say, because the Heat were actually down, I think, in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Lonnie Walker hit a 3 in the fourth quarter to give Philly the lead. And I was annoyed because obviously at this point, the Heat are pretty much locked into 9 or 10. They have a slim chance to get to number 8. Of course, they'd have to beat the Chicago Bulls coming up, but they have no shot at getting 7. So the rest of the regular season is pretty much meaningless, unless you care about being 9 or 10 and being at home during the play-in. Who cares? You're going to be in the play-in, and then we'll see what happens. Of course, we've been talking about that a lot. But the reason I was annoyed is because, yes, I know the Heat had no Bam Adebayo today. Haywood Highsmith got the start. The Heat had a starting lineup of Pella, Highsmith, Khalil Ware, Burks, and Tyler Hero. You were missing some guys, right? No Wiggins, no Bam. But this was the Philadelphia 76ers starting lineup. Lonnie Walker, Marcus Bagley, Marvin Bagley's brother, who is somehow worse than Marvin Bagley, who's not good either. So Lonnie Walker, who, shout out my guy, Lonnie Walker, University of Miami. Let's go, you, all about the U. Screw Florida. But we'll get into the national championship in my post-game video after that game. But Lonnie, Marvin Bagley, Adam Bona, who actually played really well tonight. He played well against the Heat last time as well. Jared Butler and Quentin Grimes, who... Yeah, Quentin Grimes has been balling for them. He finished tonight with 29, 8, and 6. He's a good player. How the Knicks just let him go, how Detroit just let him go, I don't know. Both of those teams could have certainly used him. But then off the bench, you had Jalen Hood-Schifino, some guy named Castleton, who they said played for the Gators, so he definitely does not want to be at this game right now. Ricky Council, A. Reese. Who else? A. Reese. Angel Reese is playing for them? No, his name is Alex Reese. Well, considering the fact that he shot 1 of 4, it might as well be Angel Reese. And then, of course, they had Kyle Lowry, who... Shout out Kyle Lowry, man. I miss talking trash about you, man, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to show some respect to my elders. Anyways, I do have some notes on this game, so let's get through them quickly so I can get back to the national championship. You had no Bam. Like I said, Highsmith got to start early. The Heat would start off a little iffy, but they would go up 11, and I'm thinking, okay, good. Run away with it today. Make it a quick game so I can get back to this national championship game. Yeah, Pella Larson and Khalil Ware balling early. Now, we'll do tons of draft talk throughout this offseason, and particularly if the Heat miss the playoffs, because then they're going to have an early pick as well. But as far as the last Heat draft that they had, the 2024 class, I guess it is, home run. A plus, because Pella Larson, 1, defines Heat culture. We've talked about him a ton. A couple videos ago, we posted a little film analysis of him, and then his game after that, which was their last game versus Milwaukee. He didn't play great, but he was back to playing great today. He finished today with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. Continues to do a little bit of everything. Hate to sound like a broken record saying that about him. There's a couple of things that I say in these post games that I know I sound like a broken record, and I'm trying not to say the same thing, but you're getting consistency from these guys. One of them is Pella Larson consistently filling up the stat sheet, and the other one is me talking about Khalil Ware's soft touch. Because that, of course, was the other parts of the Heat's draft class. And today, Khalil Ware was also awesome. Keep in mind, no Bam Adebayo. You wanted to see Ware come in and dominate a softer opponent with a bigger role. And that's exactly what he did. Because I was a little frustrated last game versus Milwaukee. Khalil Ware got 18 minutes. Yes, he was getting in foul trouble. Yes, Giannis was bodying him. Everybody fouls Giannis. So was Kyle Anderson. Why not let the young kid get some run? It's not like he was playing bad. On the offensive end, he was getting some nice push shots. He was rebounding the ball. I just kind of wish Spoelstra would have threw him to the fire a little bit more versus Milwaukee. But today, Khalil Ware did get that run. In 34 minutes, he had 19 points, 17 rebounds, shot 8 of 16 from the field. He was all over the place. So you come out of that last draft with Khalil Ware, who looks like he's going to be the starting center of this team for hopefully a very long time, and Pelle Larsson, a guy who embodies everything you want to do, a plug-and-play player who could potentially be a starter eventually for this team long-term. Oh, that's an absolutely amazing draft. It really, really is. And you talk about these guys are already contributors in year one. They have cheap contracts for the next several seasons. If this Heat team can go and get a Ja or Trey or KD or whoever it is, you got to fill out the roster with some other cheaper contracts, and these guys could be it. Now, I understand that if you trade for one of those guys, you're going to have to give up some of your young assets to do so, but you know, the Heat can make some moves between 2 first-round picks. If they miss the playoffs, they'll have another pick this year. They have Jovic. Jaime Jaquez got his trade value up a little bit today. Jaime actually got some decent run. 15 minutes, got 5 points on 7 shots. Yeah, he wasn't as great as I was hoping he would be in the extended minutes. But regardless, we'll see what happens come off season. I don't really want to talk trades in this video. But yeah, Ware and Pelle were good early. Khalil Ware, one of his tough shots was a midi step back, all net. It's like, his potential's through the roof. At 20 years old, he's hitting midi step backs. And that reminded me too of a big debate I saw going on Twitter a couple days ago. Somebody had asked who will have the better career or better prime, Khalil Ware or Derek Lively. I think it's easily Khalil Ware. Maybe Derek Lively's a better player right now. He was pretty impactful as a rookie last year. Dallas obviously made the finals. He was a big part of that, but he's not as versatile as Khalil Ware. I know he's hit a couple of threes, but let me check it real quick. I remember seeing a couple highlights of him shooting threes, but I don't think that's been a consistent thing for him. And you're talking about Khalil Ware, who's been hitting. He didn't hit any threes tonight, but he's been stretching the floor. When he's not stretching the floor to 3, he's hitting mid-range shots like he is tonight, or even that little push shot from 10 feet out. He just has such great touch, and his offensive game is legit. And that's not something I'm seeing from Derek Lively outside of lobs. Yeah, Derek Lively this season has hit 0 3-pointers. He's 0 for 0. Actually, this says that Derek Lively is 0 for 2 from 3 in his career. So maybe the threes that I'm thinking of, maybe he hit some in the playoffs last year or something. So he's 0 for 2 from 3 in his career. Khalil Ware is already a guy that I wouldn't leave open. Play drop coverage on Khalil Ware. He'll make you pay for it. Now, he's not no knockdown shooter yet, but I think he can be. I think he can get there. And obviously, his touch around the rim, all that stuff is just phenomenal. He's more athletic than Derek Lively, who is still very athletic. But it's just, imagine if Lively didn't get to play with Kyrie and Luka. You think he'd be averaging the 8 points a game that he is, which is not even a lot? Give Khalil Ware Luka. Guarantee you he averaging about 15 a game. Khalil Ware, we'll get into it, but he had a putback dunk today. The ball came off the rim. He grabbed it with one hand, like down here, and scooped it up and boom, slammed it in. One of the most mind-boggling finishes I ever seen. Even John Crotty interrupted Eric Reed and is like, hold on, we have to continue talking about that Ware putback. That's how crazy it was. So I think he's easily better than Derek Lively. Y'all let me know down in the comments below. But Alec Burks got going too. Nice to see him continue to run. I hope the Heat can retain him next season. And Kyle Anderson. We lost Goran Dragic. You got Kyle Lowry. You know, he was good for a year. Then we didn't really have a point guard. We're looking everywhere for a point guard. We tried Tyler Hero at point guard some after Lowry didn't necessarily work great. Traded for Terry Rozier. He didn't even play tonight at all with guys missing. Yeah, Terry Rozier didn't get to check in at all. And we haven't found a point guard. You got Davion Mitchell. Yeah, he's been playing great. We'll get into him too. We're thinking, yeah, maybe he can be the facilitator for the Heat. I'm here to tell you, the Heat do not need to bring in another facilitator because Kyle Anderson is the point guard of my future. There, I said it. If I speak my thoughts, I will get ridiculed, but I will do it anyways. That boy is awesome. Who knew? Maybe that's just my ignorance. I'm not out there watching Kyle Anderson. He was on the West Coast most of his career, the Spurs, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Timberwolves, right? I didn't get to watch a lot of him on the West Coast. I didn't get to watch him at UCLA, another West Coast team. I had no idea that he could facilitate like this. I knew he was a smart player, and I knew he was slow. I knew he shoots like this. I didn't know he could dime. Because today, Kyle Anderson finished with 8 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Flirted with a triple-double, if I do say so myself. But of those 6 assists, almost all of them were dimes. Lobbing it up to Khalil Ware, continuing to find guys backdoor with perfectly timed cuts. Just chef's kiss. And I also posted a Kyle Anderson film analysis about a week ago as well. Same day I posted the Pelle Larsson one. Go check that out because we talked a lot about his offensive game and kind of what he brings to the team. And yeah, he's a guy that is under contract the next couple of seasons. I think he actually is a tradable contract. Most aren't, but at $8 to $9 million, I think a team could use him. Good locker room guy. But if there is no moves for the Heat to be made, he'll be here next year. And okay, let's say the Heat don't make no moves. They're probably not going to be any good next year. But I like watching Kyle Anderson play basketball. I do. Now, I'll ship him out first chance we get to bring in someone better. Don't twist my words. But he's a fun player. I think he deserves some more credit for how well he's hooping. But yeah, the Heat would lose the lead halfway through the third quarter. It was back and forth a little bit. Ricky Council somehow caught a rebound from his ass laying on the ground, kicked it out to Kyle Lowry, of all people, who drilled a three. That gave Philly the lead with about a minute to go in the third quarter. It would end up being tied at the end of the third quarter. And before we get into the fourth quarter where the Heat really pulled away, I want to play the sponsor video, and I just kind of want to speak about that for a minute. If y'all been following the channel over the last couple of weeks, I've been playing the MyBookie sponsor, which truthfully is not, I haven't had a true sponsor on this channel yet. I had the one, but they never paid me. I've talked about it on live streams before. We'll get into another one. So I've never had a true sponsor that I vetted out myself. This one is actually from the Believe Network. So I want to shout out the Believe Network. If y'all are not familiar, I have my audio podcast over there. So basically all the videos you see on this channel, I take the audio and put it up on the Believe Network. And they were awesome enough to get me a sponsor, MyBookie, for March Madness. I know tonight's the national championship and it's the last game. Maybe they want me to do the ad read. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, shout out to MyBookie, man. They are a sports player prop betting app. They actually got all kinds of bets you can do on there. So even once March Madness is over, make sure y'all go check them out because, yeah, they've been awesome to me to sponsor this channel. And I'm super grateful because it allows me to continue to spend the time to make the content for you guys and help develop this awesome community that we have. So that being said, let's get into the sponsor. I interrupt this video to tell y'all about something that you're definitely going to want to hear about because let's be honest, things aren't so great with the Miami Heat right now, but that's okay because March Madness is here and every game is a chance to cash in. And y'all know I'm locked in, so I got to dabble a little bit in the sports betting. So what better way to do that than with MyBookie's Bet and Get program, where when you bet on a March Madness game, you get a surprise reward. That could be cash back, bonus chips, free bets. You never know what's coming next. And as Heat fans, y'all should be locked in too, because truthfully, we're probably going to have a very high draft pick, but I'm good with that because Cooper, Flag, VJ, Edgecombe, all the top prospects are looking amazing. So make sure y'all get in on the action with MyBookie and sign up using promo code MM50. That's MM50. And that will allow you to boost your bankroll with a deposit bonus to make sure you get the most out of your money. And if you don't want the deposit bonus, that's okay too. Just make sure to let them know that I sent you. So bet on any game, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. Now, let's get back into the video. Shout out to MyBookie, man. I'll play the video in this one and then probably in my post game for the national championship. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get some more sponsors going forward. That being said, let's jump into the fourth quarter where the Heat blew a 3-on-1 fast break. It ended with a Lonnie Walker 3. That would give the 76ers the lead with about 9 minutes to go. But then it was Heat all from there. You had Kame Hawkins would come in, hit a 3 to take the lead back. Anytime he's stretching the floor, I feel very, very good for him. Then Duncan Robinson, the Dunkyard Dog, baby. Shout out. We haven't talked about him yet. Duncan Robinson today was excellent last game versus the Bucks. Today he finished with 21 points on 7 of 8 shooting, 5 of 6 from 3. So obviously coming back from his injury, missed a few games there, maybe a week or 2 weeks. Came back, was great versus Milwaukee, continued it tonight. I had a block on one end and one on the other. Then you had a Tyler Hero midi to put the Heat up 11 with about 5 minutes to go. There was 2 games left and a half on this national championship. So I'm thinking, good, pull away. Let this game end quickly so I could come here and record, which is what we're doing because then you had Davion Mitchell come down the court after that. Hit a nasty, he saw a mismatch with Adam Bona guarding him. Had a nasty boom, boom, side over or crossover sidestep, pull back midi, bang, cashed it. Was getting hype, continued to bring the energy that he does. Who knew that Davion Mitchell could go isolation, crossover, step back, midi, cash? Like, before he came here, I was told he was just a defensive guy. And to see him shoot like 40+% with the Heat this season, which maybe not be sustainable, but if he can stay around 37, 38, that would be incredible. But obviously just what he's brought in the transition game, the drive and kick game, he's been awesome as an offensive option, and he's not one-dimensional. You know, coming into the team, I was like, yes, I love Davion. I know he's got the great defense. They call him off night. but I'm not sure I'd want to re-sign a guy who's just one-dimensional and can't really bring anything on the offensive end. Not the case with Davion Mitchell. Continue to be impressed with him. Bring him back. Then that's when you had the Khalil Ware rebound I was talking about earlier. One-hand palm slam. And then Tyler Hero got a lucky bounce, a Ja Morant bounce, as Eric Reed calls it. Got a Ja Morant bounce on the 3. That put the Heat up 13 with about a minute and a half to go. And Houston Cougars, baby, hit a 3 to take a 6-point lead with 30 seconds into the second half. So that being said, this game is going again. I will watch the rest of this and probably do a post game after this game. I think so. Like I said, I'm new to the college basketball. I haven't been watching these guys a ton, but I have watched this game, and I'm watching right now. It's phenomenal. That being said, I'll see y'all on the next one. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff is greatly appreciated. See y'all on the next one. Peace out, everyone.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.